It does get better.
Okay, so this is like that signature piece when you see your favorite magazine, right, after a big award show, and whoever was best dressed or best accessorized or the most amazing piece, you know, jewelry piece that everybody was, you know, jaws dropped.
And eyeing over.
This is that piece right here. And it's brand new, it's all hand carved. It's another limited edition piece. It's under $300 today, available with 5 flex pays. All Rarities celebrating the 10th anniversary. You have 5 monthly flex payments. Carol, this is like the creme de la creme of gorgeous. It looks to me just like jade, like exotic imperial jade from a different century. It's aventurine, but you can understand.
Aventurine looks exactly like imperial jade. There's such a story to this necklace. So, okay, first of all, I want to say that those are natural pink tourmaline and natural green, or genuine. I don't remember the word we use because it sounds to me like the same, natural or genuine. They're genuine gemstones. So those are genuine green tourmaline, genuine pink tourmaline. That's genuine white zircon. All that sparkling diamond cut white brilliant gemstone. That's actually called zircon. It comes from God's earth in the same mining regions as diamonds. It has the same brilliance and sparkle as diamonds. I want you to look at the necklace, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it.
It's 18 inches, 2-inch extender, necklaces included.
Exactly right. Well, because it's not a pendant. It actually is a necklace. So first of all, you're going to start with the hand carvings. Where did this carving come from? Where did this design come from? I have a Tibetan Buddhist sword, and it's came in the most gorgeous wood box, and it's used to, it's a decorative sword, and they're used throughout history, and they're very valuable. They're all handmade, and the boxes are phenomenal. So this symbol, this is an exact replica of the carving on the Tibetan wood box. It's got an open and a swirl, but what you don't see, which is so interesting, is if you look down at the bottom of it, here, go straight down to the bottom.
But look at it on Sonia.
Yeah, look at the star.
I want you
right
to
there.
see.
That's it. There is a star carved into this. This is the exact, it's called a mahakala. It's a protector of wisdom. That's what this symbol is. It is the protector of wisdom. Now, when you're talking about something exotic, think about the gorgeous exotic tourmaline. All of that deeply saturated pink tourmaline and green tourmaline are exotic gemstones. Tourmaline has a brilliance and an incredible saturation of color like no other.
We don't have many of these currently available, so I'm going to say good luck. Congratulations to you. The pendant alone is 3 1/8 of an inch in length, 1 7/8 of an inch side to side. It's, again, it stops you in your footsteps. It really does. It's a magical piece. It's what Rarities really does symbolize. It's item 668743. That is.
This is exotic.
So again, in terms, there they are with the today's special. She could have the today's special on with the zoisite, so you